Three twisted voices rise, Butchie, Matt and Paul, talking gore and guts with laughter in the air, reviewing every nightmare, 'cause horror's what they share. They don't need your ads or fame, they do it for the love and pain. Draw one last breath before the credits roll, screaming from the shadows, heart and soul. From festival to fest, they roam the haunted land, the UK's horror kings with blood upon their hands.
Welcome to Draw One Last Breath Horror Podcast. My name's Matt.
England. Sorry.
Some Danny Dyer's on the podcast this week.
I'm Butch.
I'm Johnny Paul.
Welcome to episode 208. On this episode, we have been to Shudder to watch a film called This Is Not a Test, and our movie from the vault is a Chinese ghost story. Come on, England! We are recording this on the eve of an England game that we will go and watch probably afterwards, just for a bit of
Yeah, one day early because Mr. Cartner doesn't want to speak to us on his birthday. Shocking.
I know.
So happy birthday
Really
for
inconvenient.
not my
tomorrow.
fault. 21 years old.
It's an international episode because I'm beaming in live from Amsterdam.
Oh yeah. Stop smoking them drugs.
Just
Hey,
saying, no
look.
kids.
He looks it. Cool. What's been going on then, lads, in the last couple of weeks? What have you been watching?
Geordie Paul, go for it.
Not a lot. Continuing on with From, I've kind of took a step back from horror for the time being. I've been watching some classics like Blade Runners of the world and stuff. But From is still kind of. I'm now up to date and I'm watching it weekly, which is kind of pissing me off considering I consume most of it in 2 weeks. But still really liking it, still really enjoying it. Don't really know where it's going. And I did watch a film on Prime. Technically not a horror, more of a thriller. Well, it's a comedy thriller starring our favourite Samara Weaving and Jason Segel and Timothy Olyphant and Juliette Lewis, called Over Your Dead Body. This is worth a watch, guys. I had some fun with it. It's good. It's quite violent in places, but it's quite funny in places. And I spent half the film trying to work out if it was really Jason Segel, because he looks quite different from kind of How I Met Your Mother days. But don't know if he's a bit of work done. But no, it's actually worth a watch, guys. Bit of daft fun, but cool premise, and definitely want to watch on Prime. So, but that was it. That's all I really watched.
Nice. I literally haven't watched much at all, I'm afraid. So I've been pretty rubbish. Not unless Dirty Dancing is horror, but you know.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
I've been continuing with From. We're on season 3 now of From, and I'm absolutely loving it. It's like you said, I don't know where the fuck it's going, but every now and again, something dark and gory and bloody will just
Can I
happen
ask
out
a
of
question
nowhere.
about that? Because
Yeah.
obviously you both have, I've not watched it. You've had to get through 3 seasons and you still don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on.
Doesn't
I'm
that
on the
piss you off?
fourth and I don't know what's going on.
It feels very lost, is what I'm talking about. But
I think I would hate this. I really do.
but
I
just,
don't think you would, Matt, because it's
Do you not
very
think?
horror.
yeah,
There's a lot of horror in it.
Okay, maybe I
But-
should give it a go.
very Langoliers, I'd say.
Okay, maybe I won't give it a
He's
go.
definitely not going to watch it now, is he?
Jesus, wow.
So they're enjoying that series. I've also been reading. Listen,
I didn't know you could read.
I can read. I got a book for my
Comics.
birthday
Spots
Cool.
the dog.
called Dungeon Crawler Carl. It's called. It's basically a book series. It's got about 7 books out. A series about this guy called Carl and his ex-girlfriend's cat, Princess Donut, and they're 2 of the few survivors from where basically sort of something like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Earth is being mined for its resources by an alien corporation. It's owned by an alien corporation. We never knew, but everything's like crushed and pushed down into this dungeon. But anyone outside at the time survives, and they get the option of going into this dungeon. It's sort of like Dungeons and Dragons after that, they get skills, they have to fight goblins and stuff like that. The only reason I bring it up from a horror sense is the fact that the last book that I read involved a quest, if you like, of them investigating Crusoe. You know, the half dead women with the guts that hang out from that like Chinese horror movie that we watched. You know, like they're called Quaso or something like that. You remember it? The spirit
Oh,
ghost, where like the woman's with her guts are all hanging out. She departs her body and then flies across and all that sort of stuff.
oh yeah, 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 yeah. I know
Yeah,
what you mean.
so
Yeah,
they got that's the only reason I mentioned it. But there's a lot of blood, there's a lot of gore, there's a lot of stomping, monsters. You know, it's very Dungeons and Dragons, but it's so funny. It's really funny. I would recommend it. I'm listening to it on audio tape, I must admit,
I
because
was
the
going to
guy,
say I would do it if it's an audio tape. So yeah, it
yeah,
sounds good.
but it's not your standard audio tape. It's got character. So the way that, you know, there's this AI that's like, you know, it's like achievement, you've gained blah blah blah, and it's like really random achievements, like a video game. But the guy who reads it, oh God, I can't remember his name now, but it's author's Matt Dinniman, but the guy who's reading it is just fucking great. It's like he's doing voices and all that sort of stuff, but they're it's proper funny. Yeah, it's not just a standard read. So yeah, that's my little recommendation. A little bit of
I might pick that up. We sell it in one of my shops.
do you? Because the books,
Hmm.
the books are incredibly, they're gorgeous to look
Hmm.
at. So it's like proper shelf, you know, they stand out on any shelf because they're really vibrant. Each book is like a different color and stuff like that. So yeah, I'd recommend it. I think you'd love it. I think honestly, it's really good. But there you go.
Hmm.
Yes, horror news. What's been going on in the news?
Wow. I've got a little bit first. Have you seen the release of Hot Toys Ellen Ripley from Aliens that's come out? Literally,
Mm.
pictures came out today. Looks really, really good for all you men that are into dollies out there. But yeah, the price
Guilty.
tag, yeah, not that sort of dolly. Um, the price on it is mad, but yeah, I shan't be going into this one. But there you go. Anyone
I
else?
got a bit of Strange Things news. They've just announced a Strange Things 5 Haunted House is coming to Universal Studios. I mean, I know we can't go, or Halloween Horror Nights. So this year, like, if you're lucky enough to live in the US, then you can join the Hawkins gang for one last adventure as you try to survive an army of Demogorgons, slay the Mind Flayer, and defeat Vecna once and for all. That sounds fun and scary. So that'd be cool.
Well, I mean, it's not that hard to defeat Vecna, is it? If the last series of Stranger Things is to go on, Pat.
Spoilers.
Wanker.
Sorry, couldn't resist.
Yeah.
Um, the other thing I'm seeing a lot of is this End of the Street. You seen the trailer for that?
Yeah, people are saying that isn't it they're insinuating that it might be to do with the
Cloverfield.
Cloverfield universe, yeah.
Yeah, but it
Whatever it
does
is. It
look
looks interesting though, because
rather
isn't
good.
it the writer from Jurassic Park? Is that right? I
Is
can't
that
remember.
right?
Well, it's the Mist meets Jurassic Park, isn't it?
Yeah, but I can't remember who the writer is now. What was
Ewan
it called,
McGregor,
Butch?
isn't it?
Yeah, and Anne Hathaway, isn't it, as well,
Anne
Jack?
Hathaway. Because that horror, or I would say like Gaspar Noé type horror. I don't know what it's going to be like. Mother Mary is on to buy on Amazon Prime at the moment. I'm quite tempted to check that out. And I've just got access to Disney Plus again, so I will be watching Send Help.
Brilliant.
Any news from you, Mr. Stevens?
Yes, a bit hot off the press, literally. So, a while back, regular listeners know I interviewed Ron and Nick from Temple Top Books, and we aren't really. There's a book coming which we have something to do with. We've reviewed it for the podcast, and we might be featured on the cover, which is cool. I can't really talk about it, but he sent me the sequel to that book in a draft form. So I've kind of started reading through that. So that's quite cool. Um, I, I don't know if I can talk about it, so I don't want to say the name of it, but the first one I really enjoyed, and it's quite twisty and turny, and I think Butch will really dig it, to be fair. It's got similarities to V, shall we say. Um, And it's yes, it's definitely a page turner. But I've got the sequel. It kind of came out of the blue, but yeah, look forward to reading that, and then obviously more on that later in the year when the book gets released, because we'll be definitely having something to do with it.
Cool.
And then the only other thing I had was, have you guys seen the Wheel Fall teaser trailer?
Yeah.
What's it? I haven't. What's it called?
Wheel Fall.
No.
It's about a man who gets buried alive in a wheel. Butch.
Buried alive in a wheel, like a what? Like a tractor wheel?
No,
A whale, as in
A whale.
a wheel.
Sorry, Matt? Can you do subtitles quickly? What's he saying?
He's saying
I'm seeing
man
Shira.
a man gets trapped in a whale,
A
basically.
whale.
A
Oh, a
whale.
whale.
A whale, yeah. A
Yeah.
whale, you slag.
Isn't it based? I think it's based off a book, isn't it? Really?
What, Moby Dick?
Yeah. It just looks really freaky. So
Yeah, it does look weird because I think it's all about him trying to get out, and obviously the whale, he thinks it's a diver, and he thinks the whale's gonna die, because what whales do when they die apparently is they dive really deep and they die. And he thinks, because they're getting deeper and deeper, the diver inside is like, fuck, I'm gonna die, because the whale is gonna die. So it sounds mental. It
Yeah,
sounds
that's
really
weird,
weird.
man. I quite like the
Yeah,
sound.
bit like kind of like that film Buried,
Yeah.
or like Phone
yeah,
Booth. It's all
it
shot
looks
in
like
one
it's
place.
like one set and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
pretty
it
cool.
looks crazy.
Odd.
I've got a couple of last bits, if you ain't got anything else, but the film festival Grimefest 26 lineup has come out. So that is gonna be I can't remember when
It's in Newcastle.
around.
Is that the one in Newcastle, is it?
So it's in September, and it is in the Regent Centre, Christchurch, Dorset. But the lineup is pretty mad this year. I sent you the screenshot, guys, earlier. Obviously, we have got, I'll just get it here. Existenz, I can't even say it. They're showing Vamp, that we've obviously covered. Tenebrae. They've got Basket Case, Wicker Man, Phantom of the Opera, People Under the Stairs, Silver Bullet, and loads of other stuff. And the poster looks awesome. It's like a Wicker Man kind of poster. But yeah, that's pretty mad, that lineup. So yeah,
Proper
go
old
check it
school
out.
horror, man. That's got to be a good fun. Good people.
Yeah.
Good.
My last bit of news is obviously a bit of sad news. Butch, I thought you would have covered this. Old Buffy star Anthony Head has passed away, unfortunately,
I don't
which
want to. I
was
don't want to.
way too soon.
Yeah. Ted Lasso, Merlin, In-Betweeners,
Little Britain.
Little Britain. Yeah. Fucking hell.
Probably not mention that one, but yeah,
Yeah.
sad. That was really
Well,
sad.
yeah, we lost. That's three of them now. Xander's gone, Giles, and obviously Dawny. Sad times. Actually, I did read something, a little thing. I didn't really want to bring it up, but Buffy news. Sarah Michelle Gellar's being tipped to play the Grim Reaper in an upcoming horror movie. So I didn't really. That's all. I ain't got anything else apart from that. I just follow her on Instagram, so
I bet you do.
Should we get on with our main review?
Let's do it.
Hey, we've been looking for you for like an hour.
It's just quieter over here. Drinking game?
Never have I ever cheated on a test.
Oh, I call bullshit.
When you're smart, you don't have to.
Never have I ever had sex in the school bathroom.
Wait, what? Never have I ever survived a zombie invasion.
What are we supposed to do?
This is not a test. Lock all doors and cover all windows.
No one's coming to save us.
Someone's in the school. Someone got in.
If you encounter anyone you suspect to be infected, do not attempt to assist them.
Oh my god. He's not breathing.
Carrie?
We can't stay here. We gotta go.
If we go out there, we're all dead.
have to do things we don't want to do if we're gonna make it.
Ready? No talking, no panicking. Come on!
This place is a coffin.
This is not a test.
This episode's main review is called This Is Not a Test. Directed by, I don't know if it's first time director Adam McDonnell. He's got a couple of actor credits. He was in Thanksgiving, for instance. So this might be a first director. It follows Sloane and 4 other students who take shelter in their high school during a zombie outbreak. What could be more simple than that? I haven't really had a newish zombie movie for a while. I suppose a couple of like more arty ones. What do we think about this one, Matt?
Yeah, the guy has done a couple of other movies. He's done a film that I've actually seen called Pie Wacket. That's actually quite good. Yeah, I don't think it was the worst movie ever. You know, a lot of stuff's been done with the theme around it, obviously, so it's really hard to do your own kind of take on these kind of type of movies. But there's definitely some good things about this movie, and yeah, I thought it was okay.
Paul?
Black summer with kids.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, it was kind of like a Black Summer light, without much of the tension. I thought, I didn't hate it, guys. I just didn't. It was just bland. I thought it was. I thought everything they'd done I'd kind of seen before, and I just thought the film kind of happened and didn't really leave anything with me. And I'll kind of talk through the plot and stuff later, but yeah, it was all right.
Yeah,
But
I think it's fair. It was okay. It was like I think like you said, the plot's been done. I could watch any attempt at a zombie movie. I think I still can. That's was definitely some level of enjoyment. But the soundtrack was all right. It's set in the 90s, which they love to do at the moment. The sort of round premise was slightly different. There was a little bit of you know, storytelling and stuff like that around the main character Sloane. But the music was good. Some of the, like you said, nods to Black Summer. Some of the gore, some of the VFX, I think, were done very well. Maybe some of the costuming was off, but there was a substance of a movie, and I didn't hate it. I didn't like, oh God, this was a shit attempt. It was okay.
Do you know what it reminded me a bit of, guys? Kind of a mid-afternoon film at Fright Fest.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Like one where we just kind of go in and we go, oh, middle of the afternoon. That was actually all right. Yeah, not too bad. It was okay. But I did notice, I looked at the budget on this, and it's a $3 million budget. When you look at some of the films we've watched lately, and it said this one was a $3 million budget, and I was like, wow, a lot of money. I mean,
there was quite a few extras, but not too many. Like I know there was a few extras.
Special effects, makeup, maybe stuff like that.
Yeah, they didn't
locations.
Yeah, they didn't go to town on the so Black Summer, obviously, that final sequence of them going to the stadium, it wasn't that sort of tense level. I think they were kind of reusing some of the zombies and stuff like that. There wasn't a barrage, and I thought they were quite clever with what they did in terms of the school location and noises and stuff like that. I thought they were quite clever with quite a contained. $3 million. That surprised me.
Yeah. It does, because I thought it was going to be way less than that, which is why I was kind of going to give it a bit of a break, because I thought, well, they mustn't have had a budget to do. But now you've said that, I might give it some shit. No, I'm only kidding. I just thought, obviously, you got the premise of Sloane. It sets up like an abusive relationship with her dad, and like her sister like leaves home and she's alone and stuff. And I kind of thought they'd do more with that kind of thing, but it just kind of seemed to just happen at the start. Her dad's obviously a knobhead, gets bitten by a zombie, and then the shit hits the fan. I did quite like the way it kind of flashed back, but it was like Black Summer. It was kind of like, all right, well, we've put some characters together, now we'll show you from their different point of views. That's why I kind of paralleled it to. It's kind of we'll bring them up to the same point. But I did kind of like it. That I kind of like that type of storytelling where it kind of like freezes and then kind of moves it around a bit. But I just thought once you got them all contained in the school, I was like, right, now stuff's going to kind of happen, or there's going to be some real kind of character dynamics going on. But it just wasn't. It was kind of like obviously they've got like different relationships. There's a family that they kind of all grew up with, and there's a mother there. I thought that was kind of interesting where you've got this adult who's looking after her family, and you would assume that she would take kind of control of the situation, but actually it's the main lad who you know who that is, little Butch, don't you?
No.
It's the what's his name? It's the boy's
Eric.
son from.
Oh, it's Eric, yeah, or whatever his name is.
I don't know if it's Eric, but we'll go with Eric because I can't remember. But yeah, it's the guy. It's his son from. So
Michael from Lost Son.
Yes,
yeah, I don't know any of them. I haven't learned any of their names because I don't see the point. I mean, they're all going to die. So what's the point in learning their names?
Spoilers. So yeah, so basically, that kind of was an interesting dynamic, but then it kind of got kind of rushed, and some of the decisions they were making were a bit kind of like just forced for the plot and thing. I don't know. It just felt a bit. I don't know. What really got me, guys, is the first thing the teenagers do in the middle of the zombie apocalypse once they're all settled, just start shagging each other.
Definitely. I don't. They got out sex early before they all start to smell. I think it's like camping. They definitely got to get that out of the way before they can't brush their teeth. You know, they can't do this and that. They've got to get that out of the way.
Brilliant. Okay.
There was showers in the school.
I mean, I can't argue with that logic, but I can't. But it was just a bit like, hang on. And then, did you guys notice they didn't really do anything with this? Obviously, the title comes from "This Is Not a Test," which was like a radio broadcast for "This Is Not a Test." Stay indoors, keep away, listen for further instructions, right? But did you notice? I don't know if it was meant to signify Sloane's social anxiety or whatever, but it did this like and this vibration with the camera.
Yeah, shaky camera. Yeah,
and it did it about.
So that confused me because I thought that happened when they got the kind of virus, because the first time that happens is when the dad changes, and I'm like, whoa, that's crazy shaky camera. And I thought it was kind of like that point of view when you got infected, that's what your vision was like. So it's, at one point, I thought Sloane was infected because like she was covered in blood and you don't really know why she's covered in blood, and that happens to her and you think, oh shit, she's infected because she's covered in blood, unless that's what they intended to do, make you think. But for me, when I got to the school, it really slowed down the pace of the movie, and like you said, not much happened. And then you get this kind of weird kind of teacher storyline, creepy teacher storyline, which was a bit strange. And I thought this is the opportunity for it to go really quite dark, like almost kind of Walking Dead, like in the prison dark. And it kind of tiptoed around it, and it didn't quite hit the kind of spot that I thought they were going to go for.
Because I thought you were going to get like that adult kid down. They've got this like they've already got their structure in. They've got like alpha male, and people are kind of following them. So you add another like a grown up in essentially, where it's like, right, no, listen, I'm a teacher, listen to us. But they made him into the best thing in the film was when she was in the corridor and you saw his kind of silhouette walk behind. That was the best, because I was like, ooh, what's this going to happen? And then he was really creepy to the point he was really pervy.
Pedo teacher.
He just kind of sidelined that, and then it was like this whole. I think it was trying to make a statement on like, how far would the kids go to protect themselves, because they were threatening to kill him because he was bitten, but it turns out that he wasn't actually bitten. And then so they kind of can cast him out and then they deal with the guilt, but they don't really deal with that guilt either. It's kind of
I like the wrap up though, like you said, with the family, with Sloane being the central character. I love the start. Again, I think they did go for a good effort in terms of a bit Black Summer, Dawn of the Dead sort of like entry in there, almost Anna and the Apocalypse sort of style. lots of chaos and stuff like that. And yeah, it
You
was
know what
healthy,
would
it was healthy. And then like her journey and her development, that I felt that. And the sort of like going to find her sister, all that sort of story arc as well. They have to get out and go, and then it's going to turn into a sort of like a road movie. But I don't know, I thought they dealt quite well with what they had, um which they didn't have a lot. But
But I just thought they were going to do something though. I thought her like potential boyfriend. I thought was going to be like. It turns out he was a bit of a creep and was
Yeah, I
like
thought that as well.
screwing
Yeah.
everyone over because he was a bit weird. And then I just thought, when she gets back to the home and her sister, she's looking for her sister, and then it's just convenient that her sister's in the house, and even though she's turned into a zombie and all this type of thing, you're like, hang on. I don't know. I just thought, when he was describing like how they've turned, that they're cold or something. They're dead cold, so they've turned. I just thought it would have been cool that if like she'd gone back, her sister's on the couch lying there, and she like feels her skin and it's like icy cold, right? So she just like blows her away, and then it does like a flashback where her sister's just escaped loads of zombies, but she's like hidden in like an ice cream truck or something like that, where you're like, what the fuck?
Or somebody runs in from upstairs and goes, "What did you do?"
Yeah, like she's
Uh,
alive or something. Yeah,
yeah,
just something I don't know. Or then you find out that's
I
not
love.
actually a symptom. That's just what the guys told you to. I don't know. It felt like it had a load of possibilities, and it just
I love it.
never.
I love it. I love it when Geordie Paul rewrites the films.
yeah,
Yeah, I
me
know.
too.
Sorry, but would that not be a better idea? It would have been a better idea. Don't care what you say.
I just, yeah. I mean, it's just that there's. It kind of followed the same trope of what we've seen before, unfortunately, and I thought it might have done something different. Like, she could have got to the house, and actually, for a change, the sister might have been alive. Maybe take a different route, and then maybe something goes wrong that I don't know, something else. I don't know, but it kind of wrapped up in the end quite quickly, I felt as
I
well.
love seeing a zombie apocalypse, and I love watching the characters when what their decision making and how they survive. And I think a school's a good choice
It's
for a
well acted.
location.
I thought they
Yeah,
were all really good actors.
yeah.
Didn't think
But
there was one
it
person that
wasn't.
let down.
I agree with definitely agree with what you're saying, Paul. But I just still like watching that sort of survival horror. Really, it's still
Yeah, I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it.
I think it's just hard to do anything new after there's been so many different iterations.
just
But
got off the back of Backrooms and Obsession.
yeah, I mean yeah, I mean yeah. But I enjoyed it. It was okay.
Nice
So should we
filler.
rate this bad boy?
Let's do it.
Go on, Geordie Paul, you go first.
5 out of 10, straight down the
Yeah,
middle.
I'd go with a 5 as well.
Yeah, I'm happy with a 5. It's bang average. It's enough to enjoy. It's like a high
It's
5.
worth a watch. It's
Gonna
on
give it.
Shudder. Go
Gonna give
and
it a high 5.
pay your Shudder and subscription and watch that, and then that's worth it, innit? There you
Yeah,
go.
there we go. We filled a hole. We watched it. Good, good, good.
Oh, matron.
I don't know what's out next time either. We might go going back to Shudder again to sort of have a little bit of filler between now and like Evil Dead Burns. I think Evil Dead Burns is the beginning of July. So and then we get a good bunch of movies coming out the cinema again, which I'm quite happy to looking forward to. Right. On that note, let's get on to our movie from the vault.
Okay, so this week's movie from the vault was my pick, and I took us back to crazy Asia in the 80s. So this week's movie from the vault is a Chinese ghost story. So, a quick synopsis: a debt collector has no other choice than to spend the night in a haunted temple where he encounters a female ghost whom he falls in love with. To save her soul, he must work with a monk to defeat the tree demon who owns her spirit. Who wants to kick this one off?
That's what it was about, was it?
Apparently.
So what do we have last year that you picked? Mystics in Bali. What was the other
I
one?
didn't pick that one. I picked Seeding of a Ghost.
Seeding of a Ghost. We had Mystics in Bali, though. We did that. The Blood on Satan's Claw, that was Japanese, wasn't it?
No, that was
no.
folk, British folk.
Okay.
British folk.
I don't know what we did then. I fucking loved it. I don't know. I thought this was going to be hot garbage. But it kind of is. It's a hot fucking mess again. A mixture of like weird kind of 90s soft porn ish. And then like I feel like I'm watching like Monk, or was it Monkey or something like
Monkey.
that? Monkey.
Yeah.
It was it's just like, and do you know what, this time as well watching this I saw so much of like Italian horror in there, like late 70s Italian horror, Sam Raimi's Evil Dead in there. I don't know when this was out, 1984, 1988. I can't remember when it was, what the what,
87.
87, yeah.
87 was it? And you can see just like there's such a, you know, it seems like a love of like Fulci, Argento and stuff like that. I kind of, yeah. And it, because it was such a hot mess, I loved the guy, the priest guy, even though with his fake fucking sideburns, whatever. I think that's brilliant. Yeah, I thought it was great.
Matt?
Yeah, with this one, it is in my wheelhouse. I fucking loved it.
Such a dick.
It's brilliant. I'll tell you what, I'm telling you now, and I fucking mean this. This film was beautifully, storyline aside, editing aside, everything aside, beautifully shot.
Yeah.
The shots in this film, the locations, the just camera angles, the cinematography was fucking amazing, and like the wire work was great. I loved the tongue-in-cheek stupid gags and the jokes are just ridiculous, so ridiculous. They are so funny. I loved all the special effects. I loved, like Butch said, the old kind of like priest guy that was fucking hilarious. Yeah, the story is fucking whacked out, but it's just this mishmash of American cinema and Chinese cinema, because there was this big boom of this sort of stuff, and they just gelled it all together with the backstory of like consistently just a kind of a love story, and I just thought it worked, and I'm going to watch fucking 2 and 3 for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. Big Trouble in Little China. I mean, Big Trouble in Little China was around the same time, right? Massive hit, and that is like I said, that was like the popcorn movie of this.
Yeah.
100%. Fucking
Go on
great.
then, Geordie Paul. What about you?
Oh, I thought it was great. Absolute nonsense. But I was just guessing, entertained. It actually scared me in a couple of bits, guys. There was a couple of really freaky horror moments in this film.
Sorry, I had a cough.
Yeah, easy there. Paranormal Activity. Like it did, like towards the end with the heads flying out. That freaked me out, man. That's
Yeah, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's
the arm through the wall.
Sorry.
But yeah, so we. Yeah, you're right.
Geordie.
It's just. But it had me crying and laughing all the way through it. That was brilliant.
Go on, then, Geordie Paul, set us off.
So we follow a debt collector called Lee Chao Sun, we'll say, and he basically gets caught in the rain in the middle of a crazy fight that doesn't get explained.
Didn't need to be. Didn't need explaining.
No, and then his debt collecting records all get washed off in the rain, and then when he goes to get his money, they won't give him any money, so he's got nowhere to stay. So then the only place to stay in town, apparently, is the Orchid Temple.
I love that scene
from Monty Python.
Yeah, I love that scene. It's so funny.
It was like, you've got crowds of people around him, and he's like, "Oh, well, I'll go and stay in the Orchid Temple," and they're all like, "Oh, he's going to stay in the Orchid Temple." And he turns around,
he's gonna die.
Yeah, he's gonna die. He's very brave. Yeah, Just crazy.
You can see so much, like the ones I like Shaolin Soccer, Kung Fu Hustle. You can see like where they get their ideas from and stuff like that. And like the humor in this is just fantastic. Like you said, so subtle. Monty Python's a great fucking nod. Um, but like later with the sword play out of nowhere, you're like almost like into a Benny Hill sketch at some points of it. But I just thought, I just love. I mean, I'm a big fan of like martial arts movies anyway. Like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Fucking love that movie. And the wire work was always like you said, Matt. It's just so impressive. I
It
just
looked
they
before
just
its time, didn't it? I didn't
yeah.
believe this was an 87 movie. I thought this was like 90s.
I
Like,
think
it wasn't.
the practical effects on the I know we'll talk about the ghost robes
Mm.
all the way through the film. I thought were incredible.
Yeah.
Like even if it was just the chucking a robe from left to right, it just looked really, really impressive and like kind of sped up, and it was really, really good. But yeah, so he gets to the temple and finds a priest fighting the guy that had the battle earlier on,
Yeah.
and they look like they're locked in some eternal death match. And then all of a sudden, what happens to him? Does someone?
He just
One of
finds himself
the
in the middle of it.
Yeah, well, basically, the gist of it is in this temple are ghosts,
Ghost.
sexy women ghosts.
Sexy women ghosts.
And what they do is they lure the gentleman in, and then they ring their little bell charms on their wrists or their legs. And then along comes the demon and takes their souls to regenerate herself. And they're trapped. They're dead ghost souls of people that have been killed, but they cannot move out of this temple, especially in the daylight. They only live at night, like real ghosts. Ooh. But yeah,
I forgot he slept with one of the
he
women.
gets lured straight away, which I thought surely that would have been earlier. He would have been no, but anyway, some bird washing herself in the river, and then he's just gone. He's a goner, sucked
But
alive,
forgive
sucked off
forgive me,
alive.
right? The priest is staying at this fucking temple, right? And then the ghosts are there as well, and they're not like up against each other yet, even though he's got all these wicked powers,
I loved all
infinity
those things.
power, and all this sort of stuff.
Mate,
But
he's
like,
got fucking badass sword. He fucking literally cuts his hand and fucking throws out fire. And
but they
Let's not
weren't.
forget he's got a music video halfway through the film.
Oh, that was fucking great. The rap is just
brilliant.
that is genius. And again, that's
I was
before
like, what is happening here? What
that's
is
before its
going on?
time. That is way before its time. 87.
Almost like a rap.
For MTV.
Yeah. But like, what I don't understand is right. They weren't at odds. He's been staying at this temple, and they haven't been at odds, or has he been? And then suddenly, poor little guy, the debt collector, gets involved with one, and he's suddenly like, right, I'm gonna fucking. I don't care that we're the evil guys are like we're just eating evil people. We're sort of on the same path, and he's like,
I think the ghosts were scared of him though because they knew he could kill them essentially, though, didn't they? I think that's kind of keep giving him a bit of a wide berth.
yeah,
But yeah, poor Liu Xiao does, he finds Shun Xin
Yeah.
Shinho.
and Shun Xin, and they fall madly in love, even though she's
Dead.
didn't they kill him at the start?
I think the thing is she realized that he wasn't lusting after her or anything. He was just caring about her. Little things like he was like, oh, I picked her off the floor, and he tried to save her from the cobra, which was hilarious.
I mean, trying to punch the cobra was brilliant.
Yeah, and just little things because she could see he's just not a wrong one, that he was an actual earnest, real person, and he was just like, and it's probably the first person that's come along and not wanted to just have their way with her, So
One thing I'd like to point out: there is no nudity in this, unlike the last one.
Slap bang in the 80s, you thought it would be everywhere.
It's still a bit sexy as well, though.
I think in China though, it's like the things like that were very, very like not allowed in movies. Basically,
I mean, I thought the Carry On sketch where she hides him in the water.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was brilliant. Again, beautifully filmed, like underwater cameras, Literally, like the angles, the way the set was in there, and just yeah, just
This
fucking
it's
crazy.
the pace of this movie and the pace of all these movies that we've watched. I find staggering. There's no lull. There's a couple of like, silly like put on the saxophone little bits for a couple of minutes, but like the pacing's just hot, hot. And when the fight scenes and those little comedy sketches, they're bang the random rap. It's just even though it's like completely out of left field, it fucking works.
I love the bit with the stop motion skeleton dudes in the basement,
Mm.
and that whole like it was almost like Naked Gun, wasn't it? Where he's just
Yeah.
like they're all like ooh, trying to get him, and he just whacks one with a plank, and then shows one, and then they all kind of and the light comes through and they dissolve. It yeah, brilliant,
The big
brilliant.
tongue.
I mean, the dame's tongue, the old dame's tongue. I mean, yeah. I'm glad it was a tongue in the end because I thought it was going to be someone else watching through the film.
Well, think about this, right? What we watched in Stranger Things 4, season 4 or 3? 3, I think it was, with the scene in the shack, with the, Elle sort of fighting the Demogorgon in physical form, and she's like fending them off. Very reminiscent of that sort of scene. It's like this the DNA of this movie. You can sort of see. I thought it was great. Yeah, there's a lot of good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
eventually, I mean, there's a crazy scene in the middle of it with a judge,
Yeah.
which is just bonkers. And then eventually, because he thinks the priest's a criminal because he's trying to kill the ghosts, and he doesn't understand the ghosts. So eventually, they team up to be like the odd couple, and then they're going to try and rescue his ghost lady. And yeah, I mean, the fight. Oh, let's not forget when he's running away from the priest before they make friends, and the priest's going to do a big shit in the woods.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's crazy.
I was for sure thinking he's going to poo on his head here. This is going to be hilarious. But yeah, so they get back to the Orchid Temple, and then yeah, they kind of face off, but then they end up going into the underworld because apparently that's something you could just do as well.
Oh, the Underworld was great. That was some fight. I just think that was just like the army of the underworld. There's like I thought I didn't, and the way they were running after him, right, was again remind me of like Army of Darkness and stuff like that. But like, it's like really, it just felt really slowly, and it's like there's loads of them, and then he just starts. He hasn't got a sword anymore. He's just chucking there. There's like the flying scenes are just so cool. I like even the posture when she's flying. The posture's so spot on, and the music
Well,
with it, the
all their
switches.
gliding they do, they don't walk, they glide, and that's so well done because it's really subtle. And it's
It's
an effect like that could be used really poorly, couldn't it? It could be like, oh, that's what they do, but then actually when we can't be asked to use it, we'll just walk around. But every time they move, they glide. It's really well done.
there's the
With
peril,
attention to detail.
the peril. I felt, even like where you think, oh, they're definitely going to win. They that evil 1,000-year-old, monster demon, whatever the hell was in there. It's like he was fucking them up.
I mean, when them heads off, like they chuck a sword through his face, and then he unleashes all of his heads that are in his belly, and then they just start biting at everyone. Oh, fucking hell!
The hands through the rock.
Yeah.
We've seen
Oh.
that in numerous movies as well. Well, it was done so well in this one. Yeah, I loved it. It's a lot of good here. And was it a happy ending? Kind of. They're going to go off on some adventures. That's why we're getting a couple of sequels.
I like the ending though because it was, ultimately kind of she was at rest, but it wasn't like the happy ending of kind of oh yeah everyone's like together and stuff. It was quite good. Like they tried to help her, but they helped her to a point, but they couldn't ultimately save her. So yeah, no, it was I liked that. It was good.
Very good.
Matt, you got any facts?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, there isn't many out there of this film. There's not a lot of kind of deep dives on it or anything really, but I've got a couple of things. So the original title of this film, I'm going to murder this, but it was called Xin Lao Ya Wan. This is the original title of this.
Translation.
Yeah, it's a Chinese ghost story.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
So,
So Joey Wang initially struggled to capture the appropriate historical mannerisms required for her role during this screen test. Although the casting department recognized her screen presence, producer Margaret Hefner required her to attend peaking opera performances. This training allowed her to be observed traditional movement and become accustomed to wearing period costumes, ensuring her performance aligned with the Ming Dynasty setting. So this film is does nods to a couple of other kind of films, older films, really old films, and books and stuff. One from 1740 called Strange Tales from a Chinese Studio. Another one from 1960 called The Enchanting Shadow. And there's actually one from 1987 called, sorry, this one is the 1987, A Chinese Ghost Story. Sadly, the main actor that was in the movie that played, beg your pardon, what was his name?
Lao Chin.
Yeah, yeah. Sadly, he's actually dead in real life, which is really sad. He jumped from the landmark Mandarin Oriental Hotel in Central Business District early in the evening of the 1st of April 2003, leaving a suicide note that was found on his body, which is really, really sad. Anyway, yeah. Total kills 41 in this. Quite a big kill count. I think there was a lot of the henchmen at the end and stuff like that. But
yeah, that infinity spell.
Some wolves got hung as well.
oh yeah, yeah, that was her. She obviously done that to save him, didn't she?
Yeah.
Because you hear the wolves, and then suddenly he comes around the corner and they're hung up in the trees. And I suppose that was her that killed him, so killed them, so he wouldn't get eaten by the wolves. Thought it was a nice little touch. Yeah, I enjoyed this movie. I thought it was fucking great, and I definitely love to buy it, but I think it's kind of like out of print at the moment. So I'd like to buy the whole trilogy if I can.
It's begging for a release. It really is.
It has been released, but I just think it was limited, which is a shame.
Real shame. Right, pop a number on it then.
Go on, Geordie Paul. You picked it. You go for it.
I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I really
8.
enjoyed it. I thought it was great.
Nice.
It's strong 8 for me as well. Fantastic fun. These hidden Asian gems are. I get scared going into them because of like, obviously the subtitles, and you're like, oh God, is it just going to be punish? But I've got to stop. I'm just going to go in now with high expectations, I think. I think the ones that we've watched, Ricky O and Mystics and Barley, Seeding a Ghost, I think they've been fantastic. They're really top notch. So yeah, definitely an 8 out of 10 for me.
Wicked. Yeah, I've heard that. 8 out of 10.
Jesus.
100%. And I'm going to go and watch the other ones. I just think at the start I was a little bit dubious. I was like, oh no. I was like, I don't know about this because the music was a bit kooky, and I was like, I don't know if this is going to be out and out like horror at one point. But it just the movie went on and on, I was just like, this is fucking brilliant. Loved it. Loved it.
Okay. Well, it's your pick next, Matt. So where are we going? Where are we going?
So we're going to take a bit of a heel turn on this one. We are going to go British film. We are going to go a rated 18, hard 18. We're going to go to 2004.
Oh, can I guess?
We're going to go with a very young Sean Harris. We're going to go and watch Creep.
Creep?
Oh, the tube one.
Yes.
The one on the train?
Tube down in the tube tunnels.
Yes, underground. Yeah.
Fucking hell. Yes. Sean Harris. Remind me. Oh, man.
Very young Sean Harris.
The guy was
Mission Impossible.
Joy Division.
It always plays like
a wrong
bad guys.
Yeah, Possum.
Yeah, yes. Possum. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he was in 24-Hour Party People, wasn't he? He played the lead singer of.
I do apologize. You may have to pay for this if you don't own it. I'm sorry. I tried, but yeah.
I don't own Creep.
I think I do. I think I've got it on like one of those kind of DVDs along with 4 other like slasher films, like that came out years and years ago.
For a minute, I thought you were going to say Meat Train
No,
with Vinnie Jones.
unless no. Yeah, we're gonna go there. We're gonna go and watch it. It's been ages. I went to the cinema and watched that one. But yeah, not to be confused with the
Mark
creepy
Duplass one.
Mark Duplass one, yeah, which is very good, obviously.
I think that it might be on YouTube. I found a copy on YouTube.
You might have to pay for it.
Nope. I found one for free.
Oh, okay. Could you send me a link? Because the only ones I could find was with like commentaries over the top of them.
Oh, I don't know if it's got commentary on.
Oh, there we go.
There's always one, isn't there?
There's always one that thinks he knows it all.
Awesome job. Okay, so what episode was that? 208?
Yes.
Done. Well, welcome. No, that was quick. Football's on. But we talked about an absolute blinder, in a Chinese ghost story. Fucking definitely check that one out. This is not a test. It's on Shudder. Go and have a look. See what you think.
Did we mention that Chinese Ghost Story was on Shudder as well?
They're both on Shudder, so you know it's definitely worth the.
Fill your boots.
There's loads of stuff on there at the moment, so definitely go and check that one out. Suitable Flesh. Off that. Bliss, by the way, is on Amazon Prime at the moment. If you wanted to rewatch that, Paul, I don't know if you've seen that one. Definitely worth.
I have. I've seen Bliss. Yeah.
Oh, you've seen it? Okay, cool.
Cool. So moving on to episode 209. I don't think it's Evil Dead Burns. I think that's beginning of July. We've got one more in June. I have no idea what that is, so we'll bring back something. There's a Bella Thorne movie on Shudder that might get a watch. Something to do with a friend, something like that. That looks quite interesting. Something I can't
find your friends.
Find your friends. So that could be it. So yeah, get that Shudder subscription. We're not sponsored, but it's definitely paying for itself. And Matt's picked from The Vault from 2004, starring Sean Harris. Creep. And there's only one more thing to say.
Come on, England.
When there's no more room in hell, here's another podcast.
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
You can follow us on Twitter @DrawOneLast, Instagram @DrawOneLastBreath, or pop us an email at drawnelastbreathpod@hotmail.com.